So we are sitting here talking with butcher barbell athlete Jennifer Lee, who just finished competing at Masters World Games in New Zealand. How did you finish? How'd you finish?
How did I finish?
Mhm.
I took second
Okay.
in my weight class in my age group.
Which weight class are you in?
63 kilo weight class,
And what's your age group?
40 to 44 years old.
Okay. Is this your first international competition?
No, this is my second international competition. This is my first international competition with my coach. My first international competition was in Heinsheim, Germany.
Okay. When was that?
That was October 2016.
Okay.
about
How did you place at that meet?
eight months ago. I took second place at that meet as well.
Okay. Were you in the same weight class or were you up?
Actually, that one I was in the same weight class. I was in 63
Okay.
kilo. I did qualify as a 69.
But your total was high enough that
But
you were able to go down to 60.
right. I qualified as both a 63 and a 69, and I chose to lift as a 63
Okay.
because that's more where my weight is natural.
Okay.
So I took a break. So I competed, and I had about a week after my competition to travel around Europe. And as soon as I came back, I got right back into it. It was probably a week and a half to 2 weeks off after
Okay.
that major competition. It was definitely a peak competition for me, one of the
Okay.
for my season.
So you took some time off to kind of rest and recover.
Took a little time off, yes.
Okay, good. Most people watching this already know, but what is going on with your shoulder?
Oh.
This kind of happened right after Heinsheim, after you came back.
Right. So after Worlds last year, I was jumping back into training, and I had an old labrum tear injury,
Okay.
and I was snatching pretty heavy, and just caught the bar the wrong position,
Okay.
and my shoulder subluxed, but it subluxed pretty severely, and it tore the remaining 3 other places in my labrum that could tear, and so it turned into a full labrum tear.
Okay. Circumferential.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know what that word is, but yes,
So basically it's torn all the way from the front of your shoulder to the back.
correct.
Correct.
Yes,
So not very stable to be lifting on the weights that you're lifting now, or that you lifted today. Correct.
It was not stable. Lifted shortly after that at American Masters, and
And that was in Buffalo?
in Buffalo, New York, and did not do very well because of the instability.
Okay.
Limited the amount of weight I can lift, but after that, I got on a program to stabilize the muscles all around my shoulder, knowing
Okay.
that I had Worlds coming up, and I really wanted to compete in both Nationals and Worlds. So I worked on stabilizing all the muscles around my shoulder, so I can lift as much as possible. I still can't get into certain positions without the shoulder coming out because it is a tear, but I could get as much weight as possible up overhead in a stable position
Okay.
by modifying my lifts a little bit.
So by modifying your lifts, you mean certain lifts you're not able to do the full classical version of them. You're more power position.
Right. So I
Okay.
can only power snatch. I can full snatch about 45 kilos without having any pain.
Okay.
And anything over that I have to power snatch, and so I had to really work on my power snatch, which really sucked before. It still sucks, but it's gotten better.
Definitely has.
It's gotten a lot better.
So, with that in mind, you said your programming changed a little bit. How did your weightlifting programming change? I believe Stephen is mainly in charge of writing your programming, correct?
Steven, yes.
So our
Steven.
head coach Stephen Butcher is mainly in charge of your programming.
Yeah.
What did he change in the program leading up to Worlds?
So he had I had nothing overhead, no, other than power snatch. I had no jerks.
Okay.
I had no overhead lifting other than just very static holds, iso holds.
Okay.
Just building this stabilization, a lot of PT work, a lot of just very light band work, working the muscles all around my labrum to help hold my shoulder back hold it in place, and slowly worked up, building up a little bit of weight, isometric holds overhead, some push presses, so very controlled pressing overhead, so no jerking.
Okay.
And toward the very end, the last probably 4 weeks, is when I started able to jerk again, starting off very light. I did a lot of cleans, a lot of pulls.
For everybody watching, the main reason why her program is so clean laden heading into Worlds is due to the fact that she couldn't hit her regular numbers on her snatches because she was only able to power. So typically on your snatches, you were able to hit somewhere around 65 to 68 kilos. Today she hit 55, which is most likely a power snatch PR. We're not entirely sure, but it's very good for you in competition.
It is.
So on that note, the only way for her to really win or be competitive in the session is for her clean numbers to go up, or was for her clean numbers to go up. And today, she managed to hit 74 in competition, which is not quite a PR, but it's definitely competitive for your weight class.
Yeah, and it was close.
Yeah.
It was close to my PR. I hit it easily, and I cleaned for my next lift. I cleaned 77, which would have gotten me the gold, but didn't quite get that jerk up there. So, I was happy. I was happy I got the clean though. Not that it meant anything, but to me it felt good that I, did it.
It was a solid
stage.
clean.
Yeah, it was.
With that being said, this was it was kind of a bittersweet moment winning silver in this competition because this is going to be your last competition for quite some time.
Probably a year.
Probably a year to back to where you're at the numbers you're at now.
Right.
And the main reason for that is you have surgery scheduled once you return, correct?
Correct.
So the day that Butcher Barbell gets back to the U.S., we have one full day, Monday, to prepare for the surgery. And then the Tuesday you have surgery on your labrum?
Yes.
Your shoulder?
6 a.m., 6:15 a.m., surgery on my shoulder, and that was me begging my doctor to give me time to do this competition. And I promised him I wouldn't hurt it any further. So yeah, I will have surgery and was given 6 months until I could lift. He said it would take 6 months until I could start lifting, Olympic weightlifting again.
Okay.
Anything overhead. I give myself another 4 to 6 months to be kind of competitive. Because I know how long it takes to get here.
So, that's what's next for you. We're definitely excited to see what the next chapter is going to bring. It's going to be a little different. You're still going to train, but your training's going to look a little bit different than what it is now. It's going to be no full lifts due to your shoulder being in a sling for probably 6 weeks.
6 weeks, yes.
6 weeks with no movement. Really nothing overhead until about 6 months-ish, followed by a lot of PT work in between.
Yes.
So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what Steven manages to cook up for you in the next few months so you don't go insane because you can't lift.
That will happen.
But overall, from a coach's perspective, it was an honor coaching you today. I'm really glad that I got to coach you in your last meet for however long you're going to be out. You did really well. You were an excellent competitor, and I'm super proud of you.
It went seamless, I have to say.
It did.
There was nothing that caught us by surprise.
It went seamless. There were no 75-year-old men rubbing Bengay on everybody's asses. There were no old balls. There was a pair of skeevy underwear we found that was kind of gross. But for the most part, went off without a hitch. So
It did. It went off. It was a really fun meet, and I haven't had a fun meet for a while.
okay. So now, since you're done, You get to eat and drink, which is awesome.
I had French fries
You get French fries.
and a candy bar.
Full candy bar. Not feeling guilty about it.
Yep. And a glass of wine.
What's the point?
What's happening? And now we're gonna go eat oysters and champagne
Okay.
to celebrate.
We'd like to thank everybody for watching. It was a little lengthy, but
Sorry.
Jen handled it like a champ. So,
A silver
Yeah.
medal champ.
keep checking out our Facebook pages and our Instagram pages for more updates on the club for some exciting new stuff that's going to be coming up the next few months. And we'll finish off with Jen and Barry over there
Heckling us.
enjoying his wine and heckling us. All right. Thank you, guys. International competition.
No, this is my second international competition. This is my first international competition with my coach.
Do you think the hotel here has a business office where I could print off my stuff?
Fuck.
There's a lot of construction going on. I can't hear. Is natural.
Where are you pointing your finger at?
Barry, you can go.
Oh my god.
Barry, you can go. I'm filming her right now.
Barry, go ahead. You're in the interview, but go ahead. Now you're not.
No.
Now I look like an idiot.
I'm
Okay. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down and see if I can find a way to
Print something? Okay.
Waiter.